I would like to share a bit about the company. Incorporated in 1981, Paradeep Phosphates Limited is a subsidiary of Zuari Maroc Phosphates Limited, ZMPPL, a 50-50 joint venture of Advance Group's flagship company, Zuari Agrochemicals Limited, ZACL, and the Morocco-based OCP Group. PPL is primarily engaged in manufacturing, trading, distribution, and sales of a variety of phosphatic fertilizers, which are marketed under the brand names of Jai Kisan and Navratna. Its manufacturing facility is located in Paradeep, Odisha, and includes a DAP and NPK production facility, a sulfuric acid production plant, and a phosphoric acid production plant. The company also has established an extensive sales and distribution network with a strong presence in the eastern part of India. As of March 31, 2022, the company distributed its products across 14 states in India through its network of 11 regional marketing offices and 468 stock points. Company's network includes 4,761 dealers, over 67,150 retailers, catering to over 5 million farmers in India as of March 31, 2022. As per a CRISIL report, Paradeep Phosphates is the second largest private sector manufacturer of non-urea fertilizers in India and the second largest private sector manufacturer in terms of diammonium phosphate, DAP, volume sales for the 9 months ended December 31, 2021. Today, on this momentous occasion, we would like to welcome the various dignitaries who have joined us with a bouquet of flowers. And we have with us here today the management team and board of directors of Paradeep Phosphates Limited, and we welcome them all. As I start introducing, firstly, please welcome with me Mr. Saroj Kumar Podar, Chairman, Paradeep Phosphates Limited. Please join us on the stage, Jack. Welcome. I invite next Mr. Akshay Podar, Non-Executive Director, ZACL. I invite next Mr. Swal Mohammed, Non-Executive Director, Paradeep Phosphates Limited, and representative of OCP Morocco. I invite now Mr. Marco Vadia, Independent Director on the board of PPL. Inviting next Mr. Suresh Krishnan, Managing Director and CEO, PPL. Inviting now Mr. Sabalil Nandi, President and Chief Operating Officer, PPL. Inviting now Shri Nayan Mehta, CFO, BSc. We would also like to extend a very warm welcome to the book running lead managers who have played an integral role in the success of this IPO. And we have here with us Mr. Vivek Toshniwal, Executive Director and Co-Head ECM, Axis Capital Limited. Mr. Ashwini Khare, Executive Vice President, ICICI Securities Limited. Mr. Anuj Mittal, Executive Director, Investment Banking, JM Financial Limited. And Mr. Narayanan Sadanandan, Advisor, SBI Capital Markets Limited. Huge round of applause and a warm welcome to all our dignitaries. We will now commence this auspicious occasion by the lighting of the traditional ceremonial lamp, for which I request the management team of Paradeep Phosphates Limited to please join us near the lamp. I invite Mr. Saroj Kumar Podar, Mr. Akshay Podar, Mr. Sual Mohammed, Mr. Marco Wadia, Mr. Suresh Krishnan, Mr. Sabali Nandi, Shri Nayan Mehta, Mr. Vivek Toshniwal, Mr. Ashwini Khare, Mr. Anuj Mittal, Mr. Narayanan Sadanandan. Thank you everyone for joining this auspicious lamp lighting ceremony as a tradition of a new and prosperous beginning from Paradeep Phosphates Limited. I would now like to invite Mr. Ashwini Khare, Executive Vice President, ICICI Securities Limited, to please come and share his thoughts on this auspicious occasion. Mr. Ashwini Khare.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Paradeep Phosphates Limited and the book running lead managers to the issue, I am delighted to welcome all of you to the listing ceremony of Paradeep Phosphates here today. We at ISEC are extremely happy to be a part of this journey in bringing Paradeep Phosphates to the Indian capital markets. Paradeep Phosphates is engaged in manufacturing, trading, and distribution and sales of a variety of complex fertilizers. It's the second largest private sector manufacturer of non-urea fertilizers in India. Today's listing event marks a seminal moment in the journey of Paradeep Phosphates. As you may recall, the INR 1,502 crore public issue of the company got closed on 19th of May amidst extreme market volatility. You may recall on the day of closure of the issue, the Sensex tanked by 1,400 points. And despite those conditions, the issue got oversubscribed by 140% on the overall basis, and 230% in the QIB main book category. Even our anchor book saw active participation from long-term marquee investors, which included both domestic as well as foreign funds. Some of the marquee names include the top 3 mutual funds of the country, which is SBI Mutual Fund, ICICI Prudential Mutual Fund, HDFC Mutual Fund. Besides these, we had Nippon in India and Tata MFs. And in terms of foreign investors, we had Goldman Sachs, Mirae Assets, and BNP gracing our book. This strong investor interest in the company reaffirms its leadership position in the industry. Such a response is clearly a testimony to the quality of franchise that has been created by the management. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate the management for creating such an enterprise. Today, on this day of listing, this auspicious and momentous occasion in the life history of the company, I would like to convey our best wishes to the company for all the success in the coming years and in its endeavors towards growth and creating value for all the investors, including all the investors who have joined us during the IPO process. Thank you very much. I'll request now Mr. Poddar, Chairman of PPL, to please come and share some thoughts. Thank you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have the man of the moment, Mr. Saroj Kumar Poddar, Chairman, Paradeep Phosphates Limited, who's here to address. Thank you.
Good morning, friends. Today is certainly a very, very special day, a momentous occasion, not only for Paradeep Phosphate, but I would say for my entire group, Advance Group. It's a very significant day. You know, we've been involved with Paradeep for a long time. When we acquired this company from Government of India, friends, some of you may not remember, the company was making a loss of 1 crore a day. And that's how the Parliament decided that let's not hold it for too long, let's divest it and release the government from funding the losses. And I'm happy, it's a matter of pride for the group that we successfully turned around the company. On every pretext today, Paradeep is a first-rate manufacturing outfit with efficiencies that compare with the best. Our group also is associated in a similar joint venture project with OCP in Morocco, which is under the Chambal Fertilizer Group called Imacid. And we were looking at the efficiencies achieved in Imacid versus the efficiencies in PPL. And I'm happy to say that we are very close, at times even better than what Imacid has achieved. So it's a matter of pride for all of us Indians that we've done an outstanding job. Friends, as we all know today, India is a very attractive investment destination. India has taken the reforms. Despite the pandemic, we did not look back. We did not slow down. We moved ahead. We went ahead with the reforms, the benefits of which are now visible. India is considered to be a trusted partner, and so do we consider OCP as a trusted partner. You see, the benefit of having OCP as a partner, I don't think many people understand. OCP is the world's reservoir of phosphates. 70% of the world output of phosphates comes from one country, which is Morocco. And we've had an excellent relationship with Morocco, with OCP, with their directors, their executives, and they have always supported the venture. Currently, I must say the prices of all commodities, as you all know, inflation is at its highest in every sphere. So that has impacted a bit, but I am confident that going forward, we have huge growth plans. We will certainly achieve what we have set our goals for. The first major stone, of course, is the success of the IPO, for which I would like to thank all our fund managers, my management team led by Suresh and Savali. I think these people have really done an outstanding job. For the last few months, all I have seen him in the office is PPL, PPL, PPL. We never spoke of anything else. So you can understand PPL is so much in our blood, so much in our hearts, and so much with us. And we are committed to making PPL. Today it is number 2. I can't make a promise we'll make it number 1, but that will be our endeavor. To grow the business from here, we have a wonderful organization at Paradeep, and now it is supplemented by the support of the Goa plant, which is also today a part of Paradeep. So with this, I'm sure, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I see a very bright future in our company going forward, and I have no doubt, because we are in a business where markets are no constraint. We have an unlimited market. The question is how much Mr. Saul can give supply to India. So it all depends on how much material we can source from OCP, but being a partner, I do expect we will get a preferential allocation of quantity so that we can continue and grow our business. So all the best. Thank you all for coming this morning. And I assure you, we believe this company has a great future with such a wonderful leadership that we have. And I wish all the best for the future of the company. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Podar. And I now invite Mr. Sual Mohammed, Non-Executive Director, Paradeep Phosphates Limited, and representative of OCP Morocco, to please come and address the gathering.
Sorry, I'm looking for my paper. Well, anyway. No, it's okay. It's okay. Thank you, Mr. Punan. Good morning, Chairman Mr. Podar. Good morning, Managing Director Mr. Krishnan, members of the dais, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of OCP and on behalf of his Chairman and CEO, Mr. Mustafa Tarab, I'm delighted to be present in person representing my company of this ceremony of PPL. At OCP, we believe PPL has great future for itself and will play a big role in India fertilizer landscape. Lastly, I would like to thank everyone who has made this day possible. I would thank especially Mr. Podar and the management team with Suresh and Sabalin. And also, I would like to thank all my colleagues in OCP who made also very hard work for listing people at the Boston Stock Exchange today. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, sir. And now I would like to invite Mr. Suresh Krishnan, Managing Director, Paradeep Phosphates Limited, to please come and address the gathering. Mr. Suresh Krishnan.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the management of Paradeep Phosphates Limited, it's indeed a very momentous day for us. And I would personally, in the first place, thank all people who worked on this, whether it's management or the lead managers and everybody connected with this issue directly, indirectly, for making this happen. Friends, this has been a long journey for us. All started way back in August last year when we filed our DRHP. I still remember August 13th, and we had a very complex transaction to go with, structure it well, and really come to the market with. And I must say, during the interaction that we've had with investors over the last 6 months, it has been an absolute pleasure to really get their feedback. And as management, we all make plans, but it's really good to really hear from the investor side in terms of how they look at it, what is the kind of improvement they would like to see, and what kind of a prospect they see for the sector itself. But I think all I'd like to really reiterate here, which I've been saying time and again, is that India is at the cusp of a big change in the agriculture economy. This change in agriculture economy that we're going to see in the coming days is going to be more driven by technology and also data. And I think what we will see, those companies, we are able to assimilate this data and technology and come with products, are the ones who are finally going to succeed in this new journey. And I believe we at Paradeep Phosphate are well equipped to not only produce products which are required for the market, our intense working with the farmers, engagement with the farmers, will also really help us to really take knowledge to the farmland, to the rural markets in India, and finally make this a successful journey for everybody concerned, for the company, for its consumer, which is a farmer, and everybody else involved in terms of investors. And I would specifically like to thank all the leading institutions of India, the global players who invested in this, and really overwhelmed by the fact that we have over 200,000 applicants as individual retail shareholders. And that's a big endorsement for all the work which has been done by the entire team. And I'm sure that we are here to deliver the results they all expect from us. And our commitment continues to make Paradeep a very successful entry. And this is going to be the first, I would say, a pure play phosphatic company available in the stock markets in India. There's no other company like this. Every other company is into various products. We are a focused company which will look at major nutrients, which has a big connect with the farmers. And I believe that's going to be something which will finally pay results the way Indian agriculture evolves. And looking forward to this journey from here on. And thank you, all of you, for giving us this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. And now I invite Shri Nayan Mehta, CFO BSE, to please come and share a few words with us. Mr. Nayan Mehta.
Shri Suresh Kumar Poddar, Chairman Paradeep Phosphates, Shri Suresh Krishnan, MD Paradeep Phosphates, Shri Sohail Mohammed, Non-Executive Director, Paradeep Phosphates and representative of OCP Morocco, Shri Sabalil Nandi, CEO Paradeep Phosphates, Shri Ashwini Khare, EVP ICICI Securities, Shri Vivek Toshniwal, ED and Co-Head ECM Access Capital, Shri Narayanan Sadanandan, Advisor SBI Capital Markets, Shri Anuj Mittal, Director Investment Banking JM Financial, Shri Akshay Poddar, Non-Executive Director ZACL, Shri Amit Ramchandani, he is not there, I believe. Okay, fair enough. And all dignitaries present here, all of the directors of Paradeep Phosphates and guests, very good morning to you. It's a big day for you, and we are indeed very happy to host your listing event at BSE. This venue used to be a trading floor earlier, as many of you might be aware. If you go to that side of the panel, you will see some photos of how trading used to happen in this hall, and it was an open outcry system. More than 25 years over now, since then, we have migrated to electronic trading systems, and this hall has become an icon for many high-profile events, listing events, and many other occasions which are memorable for each and everyone who comes here. BSE has become a temple of wealth creation in India. Today, 1 of every 3 rupees held by Indians as wealth is now represented at BSE by its investors, stakeholders. BSE is the fastest stock exchange in India with a speed of 6 microseconds, and it is 10 times faster than any other exchange in India. We are actually at the first floor. In the ground floor below us, we have the data center, which is a big setup by itself, and it is one of the very secured area of BSE, and it is the heart of BSE in a sense. And this hall is the heart of all capital formation in India. BSE is the leading and most diverse exchange, providing an efficient, transparent market for trading and bouquet of products, including equity, debt, currency, commodity, interest rates, mutual funds, insurance, and many more. We were established in 1875. We are over 147 years old. So being any private entity at 147 years is indeed shows the sustainability, the governance, and the strength of the organization itself. And obviously, we expect that all companies who list with us obviously should also be that much sustainable, that much providing growth to its investors and stakeholders. The number of investors registered at BSE now exceed more than 10.6 crore investors. So out of 135 crore population, 10.6 crores are registered with BSE, and obviously that would be probably the largest number of investors on any exchange across the globe. We provide a very highly secure and reliable environment for trading that offers enhanced liquidity, diversity of participants, innovative technology, and trustworthy clearing services. You would not have heard of any glitches or any scams happening on BSE since long time. Just means more than 20 years ago, probably there was something which happened, and after that, this company is totally different now. In last 20 years, it has just made itself over again. So it not only provides liquidity, but also brings efficiency and transparency to the price discovery mechanism for the newly listed companies like Paradeep Phosphates. We are confident that by listing on BSE, Paradeep Phosphates will not only be able to enhance its liquidity and profile, but also broaden its investor base. As MD just said, that more than 2 lakh applicants have invested in this company, and which we hope will support its business expansion plans. BSE looks forward to continuing being Paradeep Phosphates' preferred fundraising partner as it expands its reach and grows in scale. We want to expand our business with you and our relationship with you, and look forward to it going forward. I wish the company, their promoters, the management, the very best on account of this successful listing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And now, to commemorate the significance of this event, we will now have an exchange of mementos. I invite Shri Nayan Mehta, CFO BSE, to present special mementos to our esteemed dignitaries, and to receive the memento first from Paradeep Phosphates Limited, may I invite Mr. Saroj Kumar Podar, Chairman, and Mr. Suresh Krishnan, Managing Director. Here's presenting to them the special listing memento from BSE. And that's the special bull memento from BSE. I request Shri Nayan Mehta, CFO BSE, to present special BSE Bull mementos to each one of our esteemed dignitaries. And I invite Mr. Akshay Podar, Non-Executive Director, ZACL. To receive the next memento, I invite Mr. Swal Muhammad, Non-Executive Director, Paradeep Phosphates Limited, and representative of OCP Morocco. To receive the memento next, I invite Mr. Sabalil Nandi, President and Chief Operating Officer, Paradeep Phosphates Limited. Inviting the book running lead managers, and I start with Mr. Vivek Toshniwal, Executive Director and Co-Head ECM, Axis Capital Limited. Inviting Mr. Ashwini Khare, Executive Vice President, Icici Securities Limited. Next, we have Mr. Anuj Mittal, Executive Director, Investment Banking, JM Financial Limited. Next, we have Mr. Narayanan Sadanandan, Advisor, SBI Capital Markets Limited. Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite Mr. Saroj Kumar Podar and Mr. Suresh Krishnan to present special mementos to some very special partners whose contributions have been invaluable in the successful listing of Paradeep Phosphates Limited. And to receive the memento from Mr. Saroj Kumar Podar and Mr. Suresh Krishnan, I invite Shri Nayan Mehta, CFO, BSE. Next, to receive the memento, I invite Mr. Vivek Toshniwal from Axis Capital Limited. Mr. Ashwini Khare from Icici Securities Limited. Mr. Anuj Mittal, Executive Director, Investment Banking, JM Financial Limited. Mr. Narayanan Sadanandan from SBI Capital Markets Limited. Mr. Sayantan Datta from Shardul Amurchal Mangadas and Company, Legal Counsel to the company. Mr. Sudhir Basi from Khetan and Company, Legal Counsel to the BRLMs. Mr. Jayanta Mukhopadhyay from BSR and Company, Statutory Auditor to the company. Next we have Mr. Arun Ohri, Director, AdFactors Advertising and AdFactors PR, Communications Partner to the offer. Mr. Karthik Neelakantan, Lincoln Time India Private Limited, Registrar to the issue. And lastly, representative from Crystal, printer to the IPO. We would also like to acknowledge International Legal Counsel to the issue, Sidley Austin LLP, for their contribution in making this IPO a success. Thank you, gentlemen. And now I would like to call upon Mr. Vivek Toshniwal, Executive Director and Co-Head, ECM Axis Capital Limited, to please come and say a few words. Mr. Vivek Toshniwal.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Axis Capital Limited, I take this opportunity to congratulate the entire team of Paradeep Phosphates Limited for this accomplishment and thank the management team of PPL and Government of India for giving us this opportunity to lead this IPO as a left lead banker. This was a unique transaction in many senses, but more specifically, it was a one-of-its-kind IPO, wherein, in addition to raising primary capital in the company, the Government of India was able to divest and monetize its entire stake. The journey towards achieving this milestone was not easy and has had its own set of challenges. But the determination and the perseverance of the management team ensured that we were able to overcome all the challenges. Special thanks and acknowledgement to Mr. Krishnan, Mr. Sabalil Nandi, Mr. Alok Saxena, Mr. Susnato Lahiri for the tireless efforts that they've put in, not to just keep the business running at top gear, but also engaging extensively with the investors and convincing them on the robust and resilient business model of PPL. I would also like to call out for Mr. Vijay Mantesh and Mr. Rajkumar Gupta for ensuring that the regulatory processes and documentation were done in a timely manner. Shri Saroj Kumar Poddarji, I must congratulate you for building not just a great business, but also a great team. Despite extremely volatile global as well as domestic equity markets, and in a month where FPIs had withdrawn over $5 billion from the country, this IPO received fabulous response and attracted great institutional interest. I sincerely believe that after the listing, the company will actively capture more growth opportunities, strengthen its competitiveness, and strive to bring higher and sustainable return for all its stakeholders. As Paradeep Phosphates begins the listed journey today, the responsibilities of the management team have increased, but I am confident of the team's ability to deliver and create wealth. At Axis Capital Limited, we will continue to partner with you throughout this journey, and we wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we have been waiting for is just about to be here with us. The very historic moment when Paradeep Phosphates Limited will see itself listed on the stock exchanges of India. May I call upon the stage Shri Nayan Mehta, CFO BSE, and from Paradeep Phosphates Management, Mr. Saroj Kumar Podar, Mr. Akshay Podar, Mr. Sual Mohammed, Mr. Marco Wadia, Mr. Suresh Krishnan, Mr. Sabalil Nandi, Mr. Alok Saxena, Mr. Susanto Lahiri, Mr. Vijaya Mahantesh, and Mr. Sachin Patil to please join us for the gong ceremony. It's a momentous occasion for the company. May I request for some photographs? We will ring the gong when the clock hits 10 o'clock mark. And when we are at 10 seconds, we will start with a countdown, and I request all of you to join me. All eyes on the clock. Are you ready to join me? Okay, here we begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gong. Congratulations, Paradeep Phosphates Limited is now officially listed on the stock exchanges. What a milestone. Thank you, everyone. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for any company. May I now call upon Mr. Narayanan Sadanandan, Advisor, SBI Capital Markets Limited, to please come and say a few words.
Good morning to all, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Paradeep Phosphates, SBI Caps, and other BRLMs, I express my sincere gratitude to everyone present here for attending this listing ceremony. It is indeed a very proud moment for all of us here to be part of this journey. In this voyage of meeting one successful milestone after another for Paradeep Phosphate, which is the second largest private sector manufacturer of non-urea fertilizer in India and second largest in terms of ammonium phosphate in volume terms. Nothing gives us more pleasure than to see the company list on the exchange today. Although the issue was launched on a tough market conditions, it received robust investors' demand with a solid anchor book and a strong response from marquee investors across categories, leading to an overall subscription of 1.242 times, which is testament to investors' strong faith in the company, its growth strategy and management. The anchor book witnessed participation in investors across categories, including mutual funds and insurance companies. I take this opportunity to thank the investors for showing the faith in the management. I am very confident that the management will spare no effort to keeping the faith of the investors by strengthening the company's performance even further. I would once again like to congratulate the company for achieving the milestone of this IPO. It has been great learning experience for all of us associated with the IPO, which we thoroughly enjoyed working with the company. I hope that the sound investor response continues and reflects the listing and today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to call upon Mr. Anuj Mittal, Executive Director, Investment Banking, JM Financial Limited, to please come and say a few words.
A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a memorable day as we witness the listing of Paradeep Phosphates on the bourses, and it's a beginning of a very exciting journey as we believe. We are very grateful to the entire PPL family for having given the opportunity to JM Financial to partner on this exciting journey. We were always a big fan of Mr. Krishnan and the entire team's enthusiasm and commitment to the business. And I think the over 200,000 investors have also reposed the faith in the same. What we believe is that this is a beautiful milestone, but a beginning of a very spectacular journey. And with many other milestones on the way. We look forward to working and also supporting this listed journey as it covers new heights. Thanks again and many congratulations to the entire team. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mittal. And now I call upon Mr. Sabaleel Nandi, President and Chief Operating Officer, Paradeep Phosphates Limited, to please come and present the vote of thanks. Mr. Sabaleel Nandi.
Distinguished guests, our BRLM partners, our legal advisors, honorable members of the media, members of the larger Advents family, and my dear colleagues from PPL. Good morning to you all once again. Our IPO is a once-in-a-lifetime milestone and a landmark moment in our corporate journey. And it is a great honor for me to propose a vote of thanks on this August occasion of the listing ceremony of our great company. On behalf of Paradeep Phosphates, I would firstly like to thank the regulator SEBI and its officials, the stock exchanges, the registrar of companies in Bhubaneswar, our book running lead managers, Axis Capital, Icici Securities, JM Financial, and SBI Caps, and our legal counsels, Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, Khaitan and Company, Sidley, and our auditors, BSR and Affiliates, and our PR agency, AdFactors, and everyone else who have played a role in the successful completion of our IPO. And today, as we stand before you, after welcoming several new investors into our family, we are cognizant of our duties and responsibilities. As we open a new chapter and turn a new page in our memoirs, we are aware that the future cannot rest on past laurels. We have our growth strategies in place, including steps such as our capacity expansion program, taking us to a 3 million metric ton per annum company, and the backward integration program, which is one of the finest in the country, as many of our investors have told us, which will make our phosphate generation capacity go up to 5 lakh metric tons per annum from the current 3 lakh metric tons per annum. We are committed to ensuring seamless integration of the soon-to-be acquired Goa plant and take this great asset back to its days of pristine glory, and in doing so, fulfilling our commitment to the farmers of the nation, especially those from Maharashtra and Karnataka. And while doing all this, we are committed to incorporate and imbibe the highest standards of corporate governance and strive to enhance shareholder and stakeholder value. Thank you all once again, and thank you for joining us on this momentous occasion. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And now I invite Mr. Saroj Kumar Podar to share a few very special mementos with his own team. And to receive the mementos, I invite Mr. Sabaleel Nandi. Okay. I'm going to invite the entire team together. Mr. Sabaleel Nandi, Mr. Bijoy K. Biswal, Mr. Rajkumar Gupta, Mr. Alok Saxena, Mr. Vijay Mahantesh, V. Kanur, Mr. Sachin Patil, and Mr. Susnato Lehri. May I also invite Mr. Krishnan to please join us while presenting the mementos. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the ceremony, and once again, a huge congratulations to the entire board of Paradeep, and a big thank you to BSc, the BRLMs to the issue, members of the board, family and friends, well-wishers, the new shareholders, and all you lovely viewers who took time to celebrate this momentous occasion with us. Thank you all once again. Have a great day. Do join us for breakfast hereafter. Good day.